Hi everyone, how are we doing? We're back on the 67 Hail channel with me, Hamish Carton. Now, I know we've already done a live reaction following the narrow win over St Mirren on Wednesday night, but I just felt that it was important to do another video today. I'll tell you why in a wee second. Obviously, when you do the live reaction, it's very spur of the moment. Your emotions are flowing after watching 90 minutes, and it's sometimes, that immediate response to the game is why people enjoy it. However, when you kind of reflect on things a little bit afterwards, you have a good night's sleep, hopefully, and you move on to the next day, you read what other people are saying, and you kind of form some different, more analytical opinions. I found myself thinking about Celtic quite a lot since the game last night. Now, I know basically everyone watching this video will think about Celtic a lot in their lives, and I'm no different. But especially after last night and recently, I found myself thinking a lot about the first team at the moment. And if I'm honest, I'm getting a little bit concerned by what may be to come in the coming weeks and months. Now, I know we'll hear all the usual caveats of we still won the game last night, it was 3 points, that's all that mattered, that's the kind of sign of champions, all of that usual stuff you hear. But I think the nature of the performances we've been seeing from the team over the last, effectively the whole season so far since they've come back from lockdown has been quite worrying, concerning, especially when you look at how we were playing prior to lockdown at the start of 2020. Now again, I know we've only dropped 2 points in the league so far, and we're still in the Europa League and all of that kind of stuff, but I think if you actually just look at the nature of the performances so far, that is definitely a concern. Probably only the home wins over Hamilton and Motherwell, with a caveat on the latter that we weren't good in the first half at all, and also the Champions League win against the minnows of Iceland, KR Reykjavik, are the games you would give pass marks to the team so far. And every other game, probably even including the 5-0 against Ross County, big question marks for me over certain aspects of how we played. And with so many big games coming up in the horizon, Hibs at home in a couple of weeks, a Europa League game, and then another round where we could face the likes of Young Boys, the Swiss champions, and obviously the big derby against Rangers. Some big questions I think that need answered. I took a look at our bench last night, and if you have a wee second, just have a look at that there. Some of the players on that bench, the last four in particular, El Yunusi, David Turnbull, Jeremy Frimpong, all massive names at the club and would walk into most teams in Scotland, and that was our bench for the game against St Mirren last night. And in a funny way, I think that embarrassment of riches has almost been to the detriment of the team. The biggest thing I was looking for from last night, and I said it after the win over County, was the consistency. I wanted to see the team pretty much the same again for the game at St Mirren. Now, I would have understood if he'd have gone for Ryan Christie instead of Ncham, which he did do, and maybe even put Greg Taylor in as he did do. I would have taken those two changes. But from us to go to this new 3-5-2 formation that fans have wanted to see for ages, it worked in the degree that we won 5-0 at Ross County, and then 3 days later he goes back to the 4-2-3-1 that stunted us so much away from home already this season. I don't understand that at all. I think Neil Lennon was quoted after the game as saying that he needed to keep players hungry, he needed to get new players into the team, and we may not have the personnel in terms of replacements to play 3-5-2. But I just don't understand when we're trying to mould a new look team together with a new goalkeeper, a new centre back, a new centre forward, a few new players in the fringes as well. I don't understand why you wouldn't go with pretty much the same team. That back three that played against Ross County, big question marks over there. Three of them are good players, Julian Ayer and Shane Duffy. Good players, all of them in their own right, but big question marks over the cohesive nature of the way they're playing at this stage. So I don't understand why he wouldn't have given them another go on Tuesday night together. I didn't understand benching Julian, going to a flat back four. Didn't make sense to me. And I almost feel like Neil Lennon has so many options on the bench, so many players that he has to try and keep happy, that it's disrupting the consistency, the balance of the team, the cohesion of the team. He's trying to get in game time for the likes of Ncham and Christie. He's trying to unsuccessfully play El Yunusi at the moment because he's not seen much game time. He's got the ones we've mentioned already. Frimpong's been in and out. Turnbull's came on in the game against Ross County. He's trying to get Klimala involved. When again, I just think give Edouard and Ajeti more time together. They're trying to form a partnership. They're going to be our main two strikers this season. Why not try and give them more time together rather than introducing Klimala? You've got 5 subs to make. Neil Lennon, you can play these guys, play your best team for the first 60 minutes, and then you can take half of your outfielders off. Half of your outfielders can come off in the 60th minute if we're cruising 2 or 3-0. I just think there's a lot of question marks about Neil Lennon's decision making at the moment. I think he's trying to keep too many people happy. He's perhaps got too many options, which is a worry. And the biggest concern for me is that looking forward to these games we've got on the horizon, we've got the Rangers game, the Hibs game, both at Celtic Park, we've got the Europa League game/games, hopefully depending how it goes in the next round. I'm not sure if I trust Neil Lennon to pick the right team for the big games. That Derby game next month, I don't know if I trust Neil Lennon. In fact, I do know I don't trust Neil Lennon to pick the right team and to get it spot on, because I just feel like he doesn't know his best team at the moment. It's almost akin to Scotland with Steve Clarke, and he's trying, and he's not really learning much because he's just getting bad performance after bad performance. And I almost think in this case, you're best just going at it, kind of single-minded approach from Neil Lennon. Pick your best team, 3-5-2, and give it a go. Give them a chance to work together and get used to each other. As I say, we've got so many new signings in there, and I don't think it's doing anyone any good by players coming in, players coming out, players not knowing whether they're going to play the next game. Players been under so much pressure to perform and not been told, we're going to give you a run of 4 or 5 games. Concerning stuff from my point of view. But we go on now to Livingston on Saturday. A chance obviously to go top of the league. It doesn't feel like we're going to go top of the league because it does feel like there's a lot of negativity surrounding Celtic at the moment. I understand that we're winning games. We've won, I think, 4 games in a row in the league, but it's almost the level of performance that people want to see. Big chance for the team on Saturday to do so. As I say, we're playing against Livingston, a team who have been struggling so far this season. I want to see Neil Lennon playing 3-5-2 this weekend. I want to see the back 3 of Duffy, Ayer and Julian with Barkas and nets, and I want to see Ajeti up top with Edouard, obviously, to get those two playing. I feel that's the 2 key parts of the team, both 18-yard boxes, the 3 centre-backs and the 2 strikers. That's the parts of the team we really need to work on. Having said that, I think the midfield needs a lot of work as well. Scott Brown was poor again last night, and I wouldn't be against him sitting out the game on Saturday. Maybe Turnbull coming in, maybe Encham dropping deeper. Who knows, maybe Sorrell coming in to see what he's like. I don't feel Scott Brown needs to play every single game at the best of times, but even more so at the moment when he seems to be struggling. But yeah, that's me kind of venting some of my thoughts, because as I say, I'm thinking about Celtic a lot at the moment, and I am a bit concerned. I might be laughed at in the comments for being over the top, and this is a Celtic team that have won 11 straight domestic trophies, but I can't help the way I feel. I'm concerned going forward because I look at this Celtic team and I don't think Neil Lennon knows his best team, and I think as a result we have indecision all over the place. You look around the team and players don't know what they're meant to be doing. There's not a clear goal in the team, and I think that rests at the manager's door. So to conclude, I'm worried, not cause for absolute panic or anything like that. I think this team will come good, but with so many big games coming over the next month or so, they need to do it fast. Let us know your thoughts below. As we always say, if you've not yet managed to subscribe to the channel, I would massively appreciate you doing that. We're well over 5,500 now, and if you don't want to miss out on the wonderful upcoming videos we've got, click subscribe, click the alarm bell as well, so that you won't miss out on any future uploads. Until next time, take care and hail hail.